Welcome to the X-Tech Solutions YouTube channel. Today we're going to show you how to add a paid Google Apps email account onto your iPhone. Basically, this is the purpose of this is that not only do you have your email account on your iPhone, but you also have you'll have the ability to sync your contacts and calendars as well from between your iPhone and between Gmail and maybe an Outlook client that you have. So let's get started. We have an iPhone here. And the first thing we go is we go to the settings icon. So we click on settings. So right now we're adding the email account, the Google Apps email account onto this phone. So we gotta scroll down to Mail, and right here it may say Mail, Contacts, Calendars together. That might have been a previous iOS version, but in this case it just says Mail. But basically, if you see Mail, Contacts, Calendars all on one line, that's the place you would click on. But in this case we have it separate, so we just click on Mail. So we're adding an email account. So up here you have the option to add an email account. If you have existing email accounts, whether it be a Hotmail account or an Exchange account, you'll see them there, and below that you'll see the add account option. So right now we don't have any email accounts on our phone. We're going to click on add account. Very important, we have to select the Exchange. We have to add it to an Exchange account. So we're going to click on Exchange, and we're going to enter the email address here. It's going to be the same YouTube at X-Tech Solutions account that we had on the video that we showed you previously about how to add the same account onto Outlook. So YouTube at X-Tech Solutions. Okay, we're gonna put in a password here. Okay, and on the description field, a lot of by default, it's gonna say Exchange. I always like to change that to give it a more descriptive name. So in this case, we'll name it YouTube. There we have it. We have it on autocomplete. So YouTube. Take out that space. So YouTube. That way it's a little bit more descriptive. We click on next, and right here this is where, now in this case it's not going to autocomplete for you. You must put in a manual server setting, and in our case for the Google Apps you have to put in the name m.google.com. That's the name of the server that you must put in. m.google.com. The domain is blank. Leave that alone. Username, you have to put in that email address, the same email address again, in which case it's YouTube at X-Tech Solutions. To xtechsolutions.com, and yep, that's it. Now we click next, and you see all check marks. That's good. Now by default, of course, it's going to sync your emails. You probably want it to sync your contacts and calendars as well. I'll do that, but it's up to you. Very important, when you select contacts and calendars, it's going to ask you, what do you want to do with your existing contacts. For instance, you probably have personal contacts of your family and friends on it that are just on your iPhone. You always select keep on my iPhone, and what this does is that it's not gonna delete those contacts. It's very important. You never want to delete those contacts because those are on your local copy. They're gonna be gone unless you had them on like an iTunes backup. And a very common misconception is when users think that when they select something like this, where same thing for the calendar, keep on my iPhone, they think they're gonna this is gonna merge their contacts and calendars with the contacts and calendars with of their local iPhone with the ones on their Gmail. That is not the case. They're going to be kept separate, but when you view them on your iPhone, you can view them together. It's just that when you're viewing your contacts and your calendars, you can select which groups to view. You can select both of them, and in which case it's going to like have a combined view, but it's not going to merge your contacts either. Like for your personal, it's not going to put them on your Gmail and vice versa. We're going to click Save right here, and it's going to add the account. So there we have that Gmail account added to your phone. And one of the things I like to do is that before we actually check the emails on the phone, I like to go back to the account settings, and I like to check switch the number. I go back to this YouTube. This is the recently added account, YouTube. I like to change the number of the mail days to sync. What this setting is it specifies how far back of your emails you want to keep on your phone. By default, it's 1 week. I like to do 2 weeks. Basically, this will keep a rolling copy of the last 2 weeks of emails. You can do no limit, but if you have a large email account, that will slow down your phone, especially when you're searching for email. So that's never an option that we recommend. So I like to do 2 weeks. You can do up to a month if you want. So we go back here. We go back to accounts. We go back to the main screen here, and there we have it. We have on the mail icon. You already see 2 emails here. We click here, and just to show you what this looks, this is the root of it, inbox. If you have other email accounts on this phone, you'll get a selection, and in which case we would just because we only have 1 email account, it automatically went to this email account. So we click on the inbox, and we already have some emails here. Now we're gonna go to the contacts here and show you how that works. We're gonna show you on the utilities contacts. We're gonna go to the groups. Right now, I only want to show you the YouTube contacts. I don't want to bring in my personal contacts on my phone here. So we're only going to show you the contacts. And we've created one user, a test user, a dummy user, basically on our Gmail account. So this is a user 1 with a dummy email address. You can see it's synced up. Yeah, so right now that's on the phone. We're going to show you what it looks like on the Outlook now, and we're going to show you the beauty of this. So we're going to turn to our computer right here. I'm going to open up the Microsoft Launch, the Outlook client. Okay, this is the profile. This was the YouTube profile that we created in the previous video on how to set up Google Apps account on Outlook. And yep, it's going to do its sync. The Google Apps sync program is going to do its sync. And these are the emails basically that we saw on the phone. Same thing with the contacts, user 1. Now the beauty of this is, for instance, if we want to create a new contact over here on the Outlook, user 2 for instance. And I could create, I'll just do that. I'm just going to make, for the sake of time, we're not going to fill in any other information. So user 2, it's been created. And let's switch back to our phone. We're going to see right now if that contact has already been synced up on the phone. So we're going to click back on the contacts here, and there we go, right there, user 2. Yep, this is it. This is the new user we created. That's the beauty of the system. It's just like a Microsoft Exchange system. That you have syncing between your phone and your Outlook, and it's all in the cloud. So we're going to create a new. Now we're going to show you how to create what happens when you create an account, a contact from the phone. We're going to show how it syncs up with your Google Apps account. So in this case, we're going to create a new contact right from the iPhone. User 3 now. We'll name it and click done. Go back to contacts, and now we have user 3 now. There's a new user created. And now we're going to go back to our computer. And right here we're going to click on contacts. Now, right now it hasn't synced up yet. It'll sync up eventually, but if you want to speed things along, you can open up the Google Apps program here, this icon on the system tray, and just do a manual sync, view sync status. And you can just do a resync, for instance, resync contacts, overwrite. You can always do it overwrite. I never like the delete and resync option. You just resync it, and there we have it. we have the user 3 that was just created. And yeah, we're good to go. Please continue listening to our XTech Solutions YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure working with you guys, and we can't wait for our next video.